Ladies and gentlemen, the time has finally arrived. That's right, it's time to reveal the bracket and the first round matches for the Queens of Wrestling tournament. My name is D. Wall, and I am the founder of Virtual Wrestling United and of Queens of Wrestling, and I am here to introduce to you the brackets and the matches that you will see in the first round of the Queens of Wrestling tournament and give just a bit of thought on what you're about to see. Now, of course, these matches are going to be single elimination tournament style. It's going to be where 20-minute time limits are going to be in effect for the first round, 25 minutes for the second round, 30 minutes for the next round, and then after that there will be no time limit. So, with that being said, I have one other little bit of small information, but that's going to happen at the end of this rundown. So with that being said, let me get into your matches. In the first round, first off, let me go ahead and reveal once again the participants in this Queens of Wrestling tournament, the 16 women that will compete in this year's Queens of Wrestling tournament, just in case you need a little bit of a refresher if you haven't been checking out the Queens of Wrestling Twitter page, which is at QOW Official, might I add. The 16 women that will be competing in the tournament will be Samus Sabre, Lady Shiva, Rainbow Mika, Annie Cortez, Revy, Cassandra, Captain Marvel, Toni Storm, Alexis Voon, Ember McLean, Call All Stars Women's Champion Kimberly Page, Reiko Hinamoto, Chloe Price, Trixie Decker, and Oseko. Those are your 16 women that will be competing in this year's tournament. And now, I would like to reveal the first round matches. In a huge first round match for the Queens of Wrestling tournament, Annie Cortez will be taking on the Platinum Athlete and the ZCW Women's Champion Alexis Voon in first round action, which should be a very technical and very high impact match, to be sure. Our next contest will be Reiko Hinamoto going one-on-one with the current UCWL Women's Champion Captain Marvel in another huge tournament match. Our third match will be Lady Shiva from Fantasy Wrestling Acclaimed going one-on-one with Toni Storm in a huge match. This fourth match, though, should be very, very interesting considering the women involved, as we will see Hell's Rebel Revy, who has pinned two former Queens of Wrestling champions while they were champion, going up against one of the hottest women in virtual wrestling today, the current ACL Lioness champion, Chloe Price, in what should be probably the most hard-hitting match of the first round, if I do say so myself, but there's still a long way to go in terms of this tournament. Now, our next matchup will pit Jinx, not that Jinx, but the Jinx, Trixie Decker, one-on-one with Ember McLean in what should be a unpredictable match, because both women, you never really know what you're going to get with each one, but both are going to be willing to prove that they deserve to have a shot in the next round of the tournament. Our next one will feature two legends of the business, as Rainbow Mika will face the Call All Stars Women's Champion Kimberly Page in what could be a sleeper match of this tournament, or at least of the first round. Also, we will see Sabre going one-on-one with the Vixen killer Samus. Can Samus once again get closer to a women's championship, or will Sabre knock her down in the first round? But you know what that means, folks? That means in our last first round match, we will see the forefront Oseko taking on the Eagle Bearer, Cassandra, for the first time ever in what could be a show stealer for this tournament. So, ladies and gentlemen, those are your 8 matches for round 1 of the Queens of Wrestling tournament. I hope you're excited. I hope you're ready, because they're coming very, very soon. And here's the bracket as you see on your screen right now. These 8 matches will kick off what could be the tournament of the year in terms of women's wrestling. Queens of Wrestling tournament once again. And the winner will be in the main event of Queens of Wrestling 6, defending, or at least challenging rather, the champion, whoever that may be at the time. Now, I did say I had one more surprise, and I do have a surprise, because the ones who do not end up going on to the next round, the 8 women that won't make it to the next round of the tournament, are going to be pitted against one another in an 8-woman match. And the winner of that match will earn a shot at the Soul Silver Championship. That's right. A Queens of Wrestling tournament tradition is back, where we want to give everyone, the winners and the losers, an opportunity to earn title opportunities and title shots in this tournament. So, if one of these 16 women, or at least 8 of the 16 women, aren't going to make it to round 2, obviously, but they will have another shot at the Queens of Wrestling Soul Silver Championship at a later date, perhaps even Queens of Wrestling 6. So, again, whoever doesn't make it to the next round of the tournament will have a shot at getting a Soul Silver Championship match and an 8-person match sometime down the line. So there you go, folks. The Queens of Wrestling tournament is officially underway, and matches are about to begin. We will let you know on the Queens of Wrestling Twitter when you can expect the entire first round to be broadcast straight to you on the Virtual Wrestling United YouTube channel. But until then, thank you for watching. This is D-Wall here, and I hope to speak to you all at the beginning of round 1 of the Queens of Wrestling tournament.